Hey, good evening, sleep peeps. It's Amy. How are you doing? I thought I would stop in because one of the things that people always ask is I like to eat before bed. I get hungry. I get hungry in the middle of the night. So, what should I eat? How much should I eat? Um, and this is especially important if you have GERD or gastric reflux or heartburn. These are very important things that you need to know about. So, when you're thinking about what you should eat, the first thing you should know is that if you have been told by your doctor you have GERD, which is gastric reflux, or that you have, um, oh, my brain just died. If you have gastric reflux or heartburn or a hiatal hernia, that you should never eat more anywhere close to bedtime. You need those 3 hours before bedtime to digest. Otherwise, you're going to have problems through the night. And that reflux can actually cause other issues such as varices and erosion of your esophagus. And you don't want that kind of problem because those are long term difficult problems to fix. So let's move on from there. So let's say you have diabetes or you have to take medication before bed and you can't take it on an empty stomach, or you have fibromyalgia, so you're taking pain medications before bed. Really, we want to think about, okay, what are we going to eat? How much are we going to eat? And how is that going to affect my sleep? The first thing you should know is our digestive system is much slower at night. Our whole metabolism slows down at night. And because our whole metabolism slows down at night, anything that you eat is going to be digested much slower. So you don't want to be putting a lot into your system because it's not going to go through your system as efficiently as it would during the day. You just don't you don't you don't have the muscle tone in your intestines, and you don't have the muscle tone in your stomach. The second thing, you should think about the size of your stomach. It's about this big. So you don't want to eat anything bigger than this because you don't want to be stretching it out, because then it's just going to come up. If you've had surgery, then your stomach is about this big. So if it's this big, then that's all you want to be eating, is something that's this big, because you, again, don't want it to be coming up. So that's the best way to measure the size. As far as what you eat, that's really important. Before you decide to have something to eat, if it's just that you're hungry, try having something to drink. Make yourself a nice cup of tea, some chamomile tea, or something that's herbal. I happen to like Red Zinger personally, but there's sleepy time tea, and there's other herbal teas that are good for helping you to relax. So you can try that, or you can try. What you don't want to try is milk, but you do want to try something that's going to help you to stay hydrated. Then, if you still need something to eat, you're taking medication, you have diabetes, anything that will cause you that you need to have something to eat, then my suggestion is that you have 1 part protein and 1 part carbohydrate. The protein is a slower digesting, and the carbohydrate is a faster digesting. So you're going to get a little bit of the energy, and then the protein's going to stay there, but it's going to give you what you need to get through the night, so it's going to last longer. And it also protects your stomach better. So if you're putting something into your stomach, that you're protecting your stomach from. So think about the kind of proteins that you like. I think that Greek yogurt is a good one if you can have dairy. If you can't have dairy, there is some amazing non-dairy yogurts such as Kite Hill that taste just like yogurt. If you don't like yogurt, you want to have something that's also, again, relatively easy to digest. You don't want to have a piece of steak or a hamburger. You want to have something that's a little bit easier to digest. Not something sweet. because then that's just going to spike your insulin, and you don't want to be spiking your insulin because that's just going to help you stay awake during the night. So you don't want to do that. So really kind of consider it maybe some almonds or some peanut butter and some celery, or some almonds and some celery, or some almonds and a piece of cheese, something that's just going to get you to sustain you through the night and protect your stomach. And then make sure you have still have something to drink, but not too much, because obviously you don't want to be getting up at 2:00 in the morning to run to the bathroom. So it's always a balancing act. So I hope I answered that question. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to put comments or ask me questions or message me. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Have a great night.